Hubungan asing.
Babak.
Mulai ya. Om Swastiastu. Hello everyone, we are from group 6. We will be present about consonants. But before that, we will introduce ourselves first, starting from me. My name is Kadek Meli Padma Wati and my partner.
My name is Putu Sinta Dewi.
And Niwayan Swasti Sanjiwani, but right now she following student exchange in Thailand. So everyone, this is table of content for our presentation today. First, introduction, what are consonants? And then place of the articulation, manner of the articulation, voice and voiceless sound, and the last is nasal and other consonants. So let's to start the first discussion. What are consonants? Consonants are speech sound produced by obstructing the airflow in the vocal tract. Unlike vowels, which are made with relatively open airflow, consonants vary in place, where in the mouth or throat they are articulate. Manner, how the airflow is restricted, and voicing, whether vocal cord vibrate. And after we know what are consonants, we must to know place of the articulation of consonant. Apart from the position of the vocal cord, sound can also be distinguished as to where in the oral cavity they are articulate. So, place of the articulation of consonant, the first one, we have bilabial. Bilabial sounds are produced when the lips are brought together. For the example, pay, bay, and my. And the next, we have labiodental. Labiodental sounds are made when the lower lips is raised toward the upper front teeth. For the example, safe. And then dental. Dental sounds are produced by touching the upper front teeth with the tip of the tongue. For the example, oath and cloth. The next is alveolar. Alveolar sounds are made by raising the tip of the tongue toward the right that is right behind the upper front teeth, called the alveolar right. For the example, to, su, do, zoo, and look. The next is palatovelar. Palatovelar sounds are made by raising the blade of the tongue toward the part of the palate just behind the alveolarites. For the example, pressure, but, pleasure, and bitch. The next is palatal. Palatal sounds are very similar to palatovelar ones. They are just produced further back toward the phlegm. The only palatal sound in English, just yes, yellow, beauty, and new. The next is filler. Filler sounds are made by raising the back of the tongue toward the soft palate, called the phlegm. For the example, back, beg, and bang. The next is glottal. Glottal sounds are produced when the air passes through the glottis as it is narrowed. For the example, high. And the next is manner of the articulation. The way in which the air meets on its way out after passing the vocal cord named manner of articulation. It might meet a complete closure plosive, an almost complete closure, fricative, around the sides of the tongue, lateral, through the nasal cavity, nasals, and so on. So I will explain from the plosive. Plosive or stop are sounds in which there is a complete closure in the mouth, so that the air is blocked for a fraction of a second and then released with a small burst of sound, called a plosion, or it sounds like a very small explosion. For the example, in bilabial, park and bark. In alveolar, dark and dark. In velar, for the example, car and guard. And the last, in some case, glottal stop is include plosive sound. The word football can be pronounced without interruption in the middle, football, without T, or with T, sorry, or with a complete closure of the glottis instead of without T is football. And the next we have fricative. Fricatives are sounds which have a closure which is not quite complete. This means that the air is not blocked at any point. Therefore, there is no plosion. On the other hand, because of it is friction, this sound demands some big air be blown out as an obstruction. For the example, in labiodentals, wife and whips. In dental, breathe and breathe. In alveolar, sting and zing. And in palate alveolar, nation and evasion, and the last glottal. In glottal, sound H is glottal frictive, for it is like aspiration and accompanied by any obstruction. The next is affricates. Affricates are a combination of a plosive and a fricative, or sometimes they are called affricate plosive. The sound begins with a plosive with a complete closure, but at the same time, they have a very slow release, then moving backwards to a place where a friction can be heard, palate alveolar. For the example, two English affricate are both palatoveolar, chin and gin. In this case, the combination between affricate and plosive is shown by the symbol t and t. The next, we have nasal. Nasal sounds resemble plosive except that there is a complete closure in the mouth, but as the phlegm is lowered the air can escape through the nasal cavity. Even though most sounds are produced with the phlegm raised, the normal position of the phlegm is lower and as the position of breathing. For the example, in bilabial, ram, in alveolar, run, and velar, ring. The next is lateral. Lateral, lateral are the sounds where the air escapes around the sides of the tongue. There is only one sound in lateral with two versions. The first one, the clear, and then the dark. The next we have roll. Roll sounds are when the tip of the tongue is made to vibrate against the teeth right. It means that there is a rapid series of closing and opening of the air beside the alveolar point articulation. There is only one sound in roll, but different way of production in different countries. The first, lingual rolled consonant, is mostly used in Scots dialect, Javanese, and Indonesian. And then uvular rolled consonant is used in Dutch and some German dialects. The next, the initial consonant of the word red in British English is fricative. And the last, and in American English, it is called retroflex consonants, where the tip of the tongue is curved backward. That is why English sound R is not a rolled consonant. And the last of manner of the articulation is semi-vowel or glide. It is called semi-vowel because the way of producing semi-vowel sound is the same as the of producing vowels. It is basically a gliding vowel sound but has lack of stress. For the sound are palatal that use or yud or yod, and then filler, square, y, and twin. And the next is voice and voiceless sound. This will explain by my friend. Sinta, times is yours.
Okay, thank you for the times, Meli. The next material is voice and voiceless sounds. As discussed on the second chapter, that voicing means a vocal cord to use here in the further discussion related to pronunciation of English consonants. Please pronunciation word zoo and zoo. Do you feel the distraction? Do you feel vibration? In the word zoo or zoo, again, please pronunciation word view and view. While touching the front of or lyrics or Adam's apple, or striking your finger into your ears, do you feel any vibration in the word view or view? Yep, in the uttering words zoo and view, the Adam's apples vibrating for sounds Z and V are considered voice consonant in the example below. The first sound is voiceless, the other are voice. P, by, try, chew. This distraction can be also made between two vowels, rabbit and rabbit, metal and medal, or the end of the words pig, leaf. Based on the use vocal cord, English consonant as divided to voice and voiceless or unvoiced consonants. Number one, voice. B, D, G, V, Z, R, W, M, and N. And unvoiced or voiceless. P, T, K, F, Q, S, H, and T. The next, nasal and other consonants. Nasal is a occlusive consonant produced with a lowered volume allowing to escape freely through the nose. Nasal pronounced with a voice using through the nose, the party as in, and, or in of songs. Nearly all nasal consonants are nasal occlusive, where it escapes through the nose but not through the mouth, as it blocked, occluded by the lips or tongue. The oral cavity still acts resounds chamber for the sounds rarely non-occlusive. Consonants may be nasalized. And the next, other consonants. Oral consonants is consonant sound in speech that might allowing its escape from the mouth as opposite to nose to create in the intake oral consonant sounds and mouth play to role modifying the passage. In this rapid modification or the passageway using the tongues and lip mix change the movement of the sounds compressing and expanding the air. In the addition, the nose and mouth, the vocal cords and the lungs also make contribution to producing speech by controlling the volume or amplitude and pitch frequently. The sounds, the use of vocal cords will also determine whether the consonant is voiced or voiceless. The vast majority is consonant or oral, such as, for example, P, W, V, X. The other are nasal, such as nasal occlusive, M or N. Next, semivowels. The consonant in this group is halfway between vowels and consonants for the reason they are called the semivowels, where semi mean half, like the vowels semivowel face, and also they are produced and continuous in the flow of the mouth. However, we produce with sounds by suppressing the flow or the point of pronunciation. Example, W in yellow L, in loose V, in face. Each of semivowels has different points of pronunciation. Use the harsh palates R. R is a relaxed consonants and use the teeth with difference. It mainly use the lips, but also requires to use the teeth. Fa is fa halfway between the English fa and the English wa. The S sounds. The consonant is in this group are its varieties of hissing sound. You can hear words like Sanskrit and Sirpa. For simplicity sake, let's just call this an S sounds. Just like semivowels and S sound in this group pronounce suppressing the flow on point of pronunciation, but this sound are not like semivowel. The S sounds are unvoiced. Each has different pronunciation. And that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sinta. So after we discuss about the consonant, we have conclusion. Understanding the place, manner, sound, and nasal consonant is an important foundation in studying phonetics. By understanding this concept, we can analyze and understand how sounds are produced in language, as well as how the sound form word and meanings. So everyone, this is our presentation from group 6. Thank you so much. Om Santi Santi Santi.